What is going on, everyone's? We here and we are back with another episode of
Is my point valid?
Yes, indeed. I am Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stocker.
And we're going to go ahead and get jumped into this episode with What You Know Good. So, what you know good, baby?
All right. So, there's some things that have been happening. And first, I want to start with, which I should have did like a couple of weeks ago, but I was on break, so I couldn't do it.
Huh.
You know how every year we have daylight savings time and it springs forward because it's spring. So if you haven't heard, there was a Sunshine Protection Act of 2021, and it was passed on March 15th, 2022, making daylight savings time the permanent standard time.
What?
So when wintertime comes, you will not have to...
So it's going to be dark early. Or it's going to be dark
stay
later
it's
all the time.
All the time.
When they did this?
March 15th is when they passed it.
Okay. All right. I think I remember them. I remember somebody mentioning that, but I didn't know it was something that was going to pop off.
Yeah, and it really popped off.
Popped off.
So next up on the list of what you know good, on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, Oklahoma passed a bill to make performing abortions a felony.
You going to jail?
You're going to go to jail
for a long
if you
time.
Perform an abortion.
If you get one or you perform one.
It says perform.
If you're the doctor,
it says passed a bill to make performing abortions a felony. So even if you're not a doctor and you're still trying, and somebody comes to you and still trying to get, and they find out it's a felony.
You're going to jail. Man, they prosecuting to the fullest extent of the law. And that's crazy. I believe that people should be able to do what the hell they want to do with their own bodies.
Absolutely. Leave these people. How are you?
Especially it be these men who be trying to dictate what women can do with their bodies. Stop putting these babies in them. And maybe they wouldn't have to abort them because you ain't who they thought they would. You ain't who they thought you were. And that's...
Wait, what did you say? Rewind.
I said, stop putting these babies in these women and they wouldn't have to abort them.
Wear a condom.
Hey. That's still not putting the baby in them.
But that's protection.
Yep.
Each party needs to take that, but I don't. Look, and here's how I feel about abortion. If that is what you choose to do, then that is what you choose to do.
That's on you.
Because if you don't want that baby, then that's your choice not to have a baby. Like,
I thought this was the land of the free. Man, it's the land of the you can't be free unless I want you to be.
If you, and you know, people have different, well, that's a life. Okay.
Yeah. It sure is.
Okay.
And there's a lot of wasted lives out here now that are alive.
And that's where a lot of women come. There's educated women. There's women who, you know, have great jobs and they get in these circumstances and they like, I wasn't ready for a baby. And this is I wasn't ready. And this is their opportunity, whether it's right or wrong. It's your opinion whether you think it's right or wrong. But in that moment, she feels that she is making the right choice.
Exactly.
And she is the person who has to live with that for the rest of her life.
Absolutely.
Because that is a choice that she made.
That ain't your baby.
Now we have laws coming into action talking about daylight saving time. Who gives a crap? Talking about if you're performing abortions, that's a felony. Who gives a crap? Like, who cares? Black people are still on this earth, and everything that we've asked for, we are not getting, but everybody else does. or you taking stuff away. Like, it does not make sense.
I don't understand how we still celebrating the first black. Dot.
Oh
the
my
first
gosh,
black,
that's my next thing. That's supposed to.
How are we still celebrating the first black? We should be in everything by now. But it's the first black. We're gonna celebrate. Whoop whoop. Yeah, let's get it.
Okay, so
what else you got on what you know
next
good?
Next up, on April 7th, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson becomes the first black woman confirmed to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court.
Shout out to her, first off. But the first black.
The first black woman. We've had 2 black men on the U.S. Supreme Court. One of those black men I do not care for. You can read in between the lines, or whichever one I don't. Majority of the people on Clarence Tom, whatever his name is.
Clarence. You my cousin Clarence.
He ain't my cousin.
Cousin Clarence.
But yes, she is the most qualified person.
The most.
For the job.
Not the most qualified black person.
The most qualified person. I saw this chart and it was so crazy because I'm going to talk about Clarence really quickly. She is the most qualified, and I looked at his and he had like 2 boxes checked on what he qualified for. And what was so interesting is during the time when Daddy Bush, George H.W. Bush was president, that's who nominated him. And this is when Anita Hill had came out and said he made sexual advances at me, and she didn't want to come out and say it. And so even through that, this man still has been able to serve in the highest court and make decisions.
That's cousin Clarence.
It ain't my cousin, but congratulations to Judge Brown Jackson.
Can we get a round of applause? Yes, we can. All right, moving right along.
All right. So I said some important things that I want you to think about, but this has been the thing that everybody's been thinking about, talking about. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk about it in what you know good. So Will Smith,
the guy,
was banned from the Oscars for 10 whole years because he put his hands on somebody. 10 whole years. We've had rapists in the audience. We've had rapists in the audience.
Wasn't Harvey Weinstein out there? Wasn't he at the top of the game?
Say, man. In the categories, and they've won.
Lord have mercy.
So
he go up there and slap him, a hitter,
and he gets banned.
He get banned for 10 years.
For 10
whole years. How they come up with that number?
I don't know. And if you give me that bull crap talking about they trying to hold black people back, you are a part of the problem. Yes, I said it. You are a part of the problem, because if you believe that this is just about, they don't want us in, why are we trying to fit in that? Why do we keep making movies in order to win this thing?
This gold
thing. We see what happened with Monique and Precious and how they blackballed her because she wasn't going to do promo. We see this man, Will Smith, be a people pleaser and everything.
He thought he was pleasing somebody,
and then y'all will say he set us back for trying to fit in that. I don't want to fit in that. We got the BET Awards. We have the NAACP Awards, the Essence Award, right? Is it the Essence Awards? There are awards for us, and we don't to me, it doesn't seem as though people appreciate those. We get excited about watching the freaking Grammys, watching the freaking Oscars.
We got Grammy Week everywhere. Grammy Week Atlanta, Grammy Week Houston, Grammy Week St. Louis.
Let's go to the Grammys.
Grammy Week. Man, if y'all Grammys.
Like, man, we be so caught up in whatever, and then we'll make these silly statements. setting black people back. Man,
We've been setting
Will
ourselves
Smith
back.
set himself back, okay? He didn't set anything back for me.
He don't represent me.
He doesn't represent me. He represents himself. I represent myself. I surely hope that you represent yourself.
Say, I'm gonna tell you this. From what
He made
Jada
that
been
choice.
talking, he don't even represent her.
I don't know if that's true. That's kind of what I want to go into. It does come off the basis of them because that is the end.
That is going to conclude is my fault. What you know good.
You know good.
All right,
now
so
we can get into it.
As we digress, we progress into the topic for the day, which is:
do we have to be compatible? Where did this come from? Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett, Will Smith.
Honestly, I've seen a lot of things. I've been on Twitter, I've been on Facebook, I've been on Instagram, and I've seen the blame, and I'm not the blame of how Will Smith acts shifts to Jada being some type of way, and she is the problem, and it bothered me.
They enable each other.
It bothered me because women were just saying Jada's the problem. I'm like, are you a problem? Y'all saw how she rolled her, because I did it. I said it to Brandon. I was like, you saw how she rolled her eyes, and then he got up there. I said it, right?
Man, she put that battery in that boy back.
But
and ain't got mad when he acted.
But
he an actor.
That's what I want to say. we, and I'm gonna put myself in it.
Us.
Consumed in these people's actions and what they do. They do not represent us. They have been in another tax bracket, another life bracket
for 20
plus years.
They don't even know what it's like to be us.
They are not there. This is why it's kind of important to read things, right? Because you're going off a video, you're going off of old stuff. We don't know. But I can say from what I've read, it wasn't a traditional thing, right? It was, if you read his book, he says he was still married when he met Jada. Then when he saw that they were going through a divorce, that he was going to go through a divorce, he called her up and said, hey, we go together now, basically. There was no dating. You my lady. I wanted you. I got you. That's basically how that went. Then we get to the marriage part. Jada had said she did not want to get married. Her mom and Will were like, hey, we're going to have a wedding. Jada was pregnant. She didn't want this. Red flag, red flag, red flag. I'm reading the book.
Sounds like Hollywood to me.
There was another issue where she told this man, I don't want this. He does it anyway. So now, off of them, there have been moments in my marriage where my husband has told me he didn't want to do something.
I ain't doing it.
No. There was a time when he said, I don't want to celebrate my birthday. What did my dumb behind do? Not even being dumb. I went against, you'll enjoy this anyway. And I invited some folks over, and he was in his own world. And it made me upset. But guess what? He had told me.
You throwing a party for yourself.
He told me.
I'll go out that smoke show real quick.
He told me, I don't want this. And I was like, wait, we're going to celebrate you. This is for you. But I was doing like, you're doing it for yourself. So in moments like that, I'm not going to say we're not compatible, but we're not listening because we keep thinking that we want to do this to please somebody, but somebody's telling you like, no, I'm the one who wants the parties and that I want.
Wait till your birthday.
Right. Right.
Straight up.
So does compatibility matter in a relationship?
I mean, in different instances, it does. But I mean, you can become compatible, I think, over time, certain things will rub off from one person to the next. We weren't always completely compatible. We still aren't, but we're learning to comply. Yeah. So that's what I got.
But okay, so is that because there are things that I've said and you still do it anyway. So I'm pretty sure that's like that in every relationship, every marriage.
Is that considered compatibility?
That's what I was about to say. Like, is that considered?
I'm not sure.
What makes you compatible?
What's the definition of compatibility?
I have no idea what compatibility means. I haven't a clue. I have no idea what it means.
We've been using these words and really don't know the true definitions.
Compatible. I don't know how to spell it, y'all.
COMPAT.
No. Of two things able to exist or occur together without conflict.
Man, ain't nobody compatible then. We all conflict. Compatibility is just like
an adjective.
Balance.
If you say that you are compatible with someone, you mean that you have a good relationship with them because you have similar opinions and interests.
But that doesn't mean that we ain't gonna bump heads.
Right.
So
we like just happen, and then back to the Smiths, we just happen to see them bump heads in public. We don't know what they might not be bumping heads in the house.
Or they may be bumping heads all the time and they just trying to play because they're actors. Actors. So we looking at these people and they more toe up than we are.
We regular folk. Are we compatible?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Cause like you say, you don't. Sometimes I don't listen. Sometimes you don't listen.
I listen all the time.
And we do. You know you hear, but
listen.
you don't be listening.
I listen. So you hear and you don't listen.
And I don't be listening.
Don't be listening and nothing.
Yeah, they don't be processing.
I don't understand.
I hear it.
So we're not compatible.
It sounds good.
Yo.
Say we ain't compatible. I'm sorry to tell you. Womp 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 womp.
We're not compatible. So back to the question, does it matter?
Hell no. Cause we rocking out. Say sometimes we are, sometimes we ain't.
I think we make a choice. And I know I saw so many comments with them saying he should just divorce her.
Say, man. God damn. He done went up there and slapped a whole hitter for her. And she should divorce him?
Because they seeing that she's toxic. Tripping. I might be toxic.
Man, everybody toxic. Everybody got toxic
Everybody
traits.
has toxic traits. But we're saying a solution of people don't know the agreements that me and Brandon have.
Straight up.
So, and I'm saying that because everybody has something that works for them. And what might work for us might be a red flag to you. And what might work for you might be an absolute red flag to us. And be like, what the heck?
Half y'all relationships be red flags to me. Straight up.
Y'all, they don't
like, think like you got a husband, you got a wife? What? When that happened? I've been married 10 years. What? And you got a girlfriend? Oh, we're going to move right along.
What red flags should we be looking out for? Should we? Oh, wait. 2 parts. Should we be looking out for red flags before you get into something serious?
Absolutely. Save yourself some trouble.
Okay.
Save yourself a heartache.
What if somebody is so good at hiding them red flags until
they say they are good. There are some good people out there. But,
so what do? Divorce them?
You divorce them.
Just get rid of the relationship.
Like, I didn't know that.
You don't try and work on nothing, right? You just automatically
divorce them.
You just get rid of them.
Get rid of their asses.
Dang, okay. As fast as it's not working. We just gotta.
No, that's trash advice. We need to figure out first if we want to work on it. Then
everybody else out of it.
I'm trying to told you.
Yeah. No. Like really quickly, y'all, the yard people are here. Like
they just pulled up out of nowhere. They in the yard. They cut.
They opening my gate and stuff. They're supposed to come on. Yeah. Anyway.
Move right on.
I guess I'll go to the next one. What does it take to make a relationship work?
compatibility.
You have to be compatible. It's all about the astronomy. Are you a Cancer? Are you a Libra?
Yeah, it's about
Does
the universe.
Does it go together? Are you a water sign?
Pray to the universe.
Oh my God!
And then ask the universe, is it okay? The stars,
the Big Bang, is it the Big Bang,
and the Big Dipper,
the galaxy,
all of it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! Yeah. So there goes the yard man. Yes, he is here. I hope I don't hear him too much.
Oh man.
Oh gosh. But anyway, yeah. None of those things matter. Only thing that matters is what you're willing to do. What you're willing to. God dog, that boy there. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
We're gonna take a moment of silence for the yard man.
Not taking nothing. We're gonna keep going.
All right. No, none of those things matter. Your sign don't matter. If the stars are aligned, don't matter.
They gotta be aligned though.
They gotta be aligned. If you see a dog on what the things that come shooting through the
a shooting star, we gotta.
That don't matter.
If it's 11/11, you gotta make a wish to say, please make my marriage work.
22.
Them palindromes. It's a miracle day, so it's gonna be a miracle marriage. I saw so many people get married on that day, and I'm not hating. I'm not hating on it.
Ain't work.
What? They just got married, so.
Oh, okay.
222. Yeah.
Yeah. But, none of that stuff matters.
None of that stuff matters. I think it takes work.
It's a day. It's a job. I got 2 jobs.
And I'm not even saying work as in like work. I mean like okay, it doesn't take work. It takes showing up. And
first you gotta want to.
Yeah, you have to want to, because there's days you do not want to. What do they say? Love is a verb. You're making a choice to get up every day and say, yeah, I want to do life with you. Y'all be out here talking about I done fell out of love. Well, fall back in there. You make a choice. There are days where I don't want to be around Brandon. There are days when I know he doesn't want to be around me. But guess what? We can go and we sit in the same area and just be in our own little world, be in our videos, be in our phones, but we're still there. So I feel like that's making a choice. I feel like that works because instead of you leaving and going somewhere, or I'm leaving and going somewhere, I would probably end up spending too much money. You probably end up doing wrong things. But when we're together, although we're not on the same page, you kind of get over that hump more. I feel that's just me. You in a daze? You okay?
I'm just listening.
Oh, that's how I feel. But you have to be in it. You have to want to. And when you be like, I don't want to, then I think that's when they be like the devil's working.
Yeah, you opening up the back door, like some people say. The back door is where all them the extra stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you open up the back door. Don't be surprised if somebody walk in it.
Right.
Right.
We make the choice, and so we make the choice to stay together. We make the choice to say, all right, we gonna work this out. We make the choice to say how we feel, even though we know feelings aren't like real. You get what I'm saying? But
feelings come and go.
Yeah, but if I'm saying I feel this way, in that moment, like you said, he'll hear me, or in that moment, I'll be listening. Him. But
no, I be listening.
You hear me, but we still make a choice to say okay, and that's all I feel. That's how you have to be compatible. You make a choice to laugh with each other. You make a choice to talk with each other. You make a choice to get out in these streets together, go in the kitchen together, go shop, like do something together.
And I'm gonna tell you
build
this:
something.
It ain't
stronger.
no god doggone blueprint.
Oh my!
Nobody has the formula, because what works for them ain't gonna work for you, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's all a learning process within your relationship with who you choose, because everybody's different.
Yes.
We all go through different things. We all handle things different. We all have different emotions that show up more frequently than others. Mm-hmm. And there's all these different variables that come into play when it comes to a relationship. So, like I said, there's no blueprint. There's no one size fits all. Just figure out your path and just let that be what it is.
Yeah, figure it out. But like talk things out too. You know, you'll be compatible. Communication is the word.
All the time.
Communication, because it's bigger than love. Like, I also think, and another reason to make a relationship work, become friends. Have a friendship, just not on no, lover type stuff. A friendship where you can talk about things. These are my goals. Like, this is what I want to do in my journey of my life. Yeah, we're doing life together, but this is what I want to do, and all of that. So, yeah, those are just things. So I guess we don't have to be compatible. We just have to
work it out.
Brother gonna work it out. Brother gonna work it out.
You gotta work it out. Work it out. Don't work your body out. Work your relationship out.
Work it out.
Yeah.
And you will be compatible.
Show you right.
If you do them things, maybe. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Let us know what you think.
Sometimes works.
Let us know what you think about Will Smith and Jada. Let us know what you feel about if you're compatible in your relationship. What makes your relationship work?
Did you have to work on your compatibility? Or were you just compatible? Let us know.
Was it just love at first sight? Like, oh my gosh, I'll marry you next week. I want to be with you.
I love you. But now, that is going to conclude that segment of Is My Point Valid, which was our main topic. And that topic was,
do we have to be compatible?
Do we? But as we can move right along, we got to hit him in the head one time with on this day in Black history. So, on today, Spelman College, the University for Black Women, opened on April 11th of 1881. Classes were first held in the basement. Say, Spelman. Shout out to Spelman, ATL. You know what I'm saying? They are a part of a whole community of colleges out there for black folk.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spelman and all the rest of the colleges in the Spelman area. But yeah, today, April 11th in 1881, Spelman University held its first class, which was in the basement. And that's crazy to think. But they come a long way. But most things start like that, and then
you gotta
build. So shout out to them one more time. And before we go ahead and get out of here, we want to let everyone know to please like, subscribe, and share the channel. We are trying to grow. We on the road to 100 subscribers. So help us out. Come through. Show us the love that we show y'all weekly, daily, all the time. You know what I'm saying? So y'all continue to have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and we will see y'all next week with a hot new topic. I'm sorry, but I love it, and I gotta say it because it sounds good. So we're gonna get up out of here.
Trademark it and copyright it. All right, y'all.
Hey, you can't sue me.
Yes, I can.
I ain't got no money. Peace. We out of here.
Bye.
Yeah.